Hello. Welcome to our movie club. Today we are discussing the movie The Sleepover, right? Pretty fresh one, 2020. And what is interesting is that I did not know any actors from the cast. Do you guys? Anyone famous here? No,
this guy?
Main guy?
Yeah, this guy, you know, the handsome guy from a TV series named True Blood.
Okay. So we call him Leo, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's learn. So Wova, who is Kevin and Clancy? Who are they?
They are siblings.
Siblings. So there is a family, right?
Yes.
We're talking about family. Who is in this family? Margot. Let me find. Yeah, Margot. Yeah. Her husband is Ron. And they have two children, right?
Yes. Kevin and Clancy.
Okay. We understand everything about this family. Who else was in the movie? Who is Mim and who is Lewis?
Mim is friend of us, Clancy, and friend Lewis.
Lewis
is friend of Kevin.
Yeah, during the movie, this Lewis looked a little bit Asian to me, but not in this picture.
He's so sweet. I like him.
Kind of looked Indian to me, Vasant. I don't know. Was he?
Lucas Jaye, his name.
Louis looks Chinese to me. Maybe Mim can be described as an Indian.
But her name is Cicino, which is probably Italian more than Indian, right?
Yeah. Weird.
Okay,
name.
so we know family, we know the friends of the family, right? Mim and Lewis. Lewis was kind of, how we call it? His mother had what flavor? How we call such a lady?
Very strict, very bossy. I mean,
is it strict? Over something, over
Protected.
Overprotected, yeah. Can't do this, can't do that, don't ever do this, don't do that, don't do that, don't do that. And these underwear will alarm when you need to go pee. You know. Oh my God.
That's terrible, yeah.
Horrible, yeah.
Okay, we finished with family and friends. Well, who else? Who is Leo? Tell us, please. A handsome guy, Leo.
Leo is being like Steve.
Yeah. But is a former how we call it, a bride, no? Former boyfriend of Margot, right? In previous lives they were a couple, probably, right? Girlfriend and boyfriend. Okay, and who is it here? Okay, and a lot of secondary characters, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's not. Okay, so
Can he?
Okay, let's just remember Leo, Margot, Ron, Clancy, and Kevin, right? Oh, just children, right? They're always together, so we don't have to mention them. Okay, let's start. Sergey, could you please tell us how movie started? It was started.
In the start of the movie, we show two teenager, the girl teenager who was a musician, who was to be as a student of university in musician, and the movie showed the young teenager Kevin, who was a young brother, her lady, and he was a loser, my opinion, because he had a problem with his schoolmates, and he started to make a dance in the toilet, and some older guys started to make a camera and they send this video in the YouTube. And the YouTube video collected a lot of views. And next scene, when the mother of those teenager pressed three guys who make a video, and he pressed again and again, and it looked funny because she talked about some problems with guys with cars, those guys.
Okay, let me try to summarize. So we start in the school, right? Inside the school, we have a teenager, Clancy, who is, can I say, a nerd, teacherly? So someone who is pretty good in the studying, yeah?
Little bit, a bookworm,
A bookworm.
studious, likes to study, serious student. Yeah, serious student.
So she's a good girl, right? But with some kind of values that not typical, right, for the school. So, and she's not a party animal or something, but she's about books and music, and she's a good student, right? What we know about her. Kevin, on opposite, or maybe not on opposite. Kevin is kind of a naughty boy, right? With a lot of imagination. He always makes stories. He tries to have fun. And what is important, he is bullied, right? Bullied by some teenagers. Okay. But why their mom? Why their mom, Margot, was in the school? Sergey, do you understand?
Yes, and she worked in the canteen. She organized the feed, the food for students, for school, for teenagers.
Yeah, it's interesting that she was here. She helped in the canteen, as you said, but she was not a worker of canteen. She was a volunteer. Volunteer. It was a kind of not a job, right? You just go there to help without money. Yeah, it was said, but at that moment I was surprised. Teacher, do you have like mothers and fathers who go to the school to help in canteen?
Not normally, no.
Strange.
Was she? I don't remember. She volunteered to work in the cafeteria, or she went there for a bullying incident with the teacher.
She had a badge with a volunteer. She had a badge.
Okay. So she was a volunteer. Okay. Right.
But what is
Not
her
normal.
job? What is her job inside the school? I don't really understand. Okay. So these bullies, they made a movie, right? Made a clip with this lady, and she was, how would you call her, Sergey? Assertive, strict. Well, when she talked to the bullies, right? She almost menacing them, right? So it was kind of a kind conversation, right? So stop bullying my boy, and if we don't, right? If you don't, I will secretly go to your house and break the brakes of your car, and you all will die.
That's right. Yeah, she threatened him like a spy type sabotage threat. Yeah.
Okay, and this video became viral, right? Viral. Become viral, so everyone knows it. Well, what does mean viral video? Do you understand?
Very popular.
Popular, right? But why it's viral? Why it's viral?
Like a disease.
Like a disease, like a virus, right? So you are sneezing to someone, and someone is sick now, right? The same. You show this video to someone, and this person like to spread it more, right? So it's about spreading like a virus, viral video. Okay, Vasant, could you please continue? So why it's a problem that video became viral?
Because not just her child, but the mom's identity was revealed. She was hiding. How do we say that? After committing some criminal activity, and
so it's a federal program, right? Of how we call this program? Saving witnesses.
Protection program.
Protection program.
Witness protection program. Yeah.
Protection program. But the bad guys found her identity where she was living, so they tracked her down and decided to get her back to the bad business and everything. Yeah.
Could you please describe a little bit what is witness protection program? So when it's in use?
I don't know. Is that somebody who confesses their crime and they are protected by the government? Is that right?
Yeah, but why they are protected? So if you made a crime, your place is in jail, right?
Oh,
But government don't put you in the jail, but put you in the new place. Why?
in order to get information from
Yeah.
the
What is the word for this? To tip off, right, teacher?
Yeah.
To tip.
informers or something.
So if you are
informers, informers.
So if you are an informer, if you help it, but actually for the other crimes, you are a traitor, right? So you just you just traded their lives for your own life, right? So that's why you have to be protected, right? Because they probably don't think good about you. They probably want to find you.
Yeah, if you're a witness against a really evil organization like the mafia or some big group that you know is going to come after you and kill you before you can testify in court, for that kind of a situation, or after you testify, they're going to come kill you, then the government puts you in a witness protection program to protect you from being killed by the bad guys you testified against. And they'll give you a fake identity and move you secretly to another state, and you'll live as a new identity so the bad guys can't find you and kill you in revenge. Yeah.
And I think if you are a protected witness, right, you have to lay low. You don't have to be on TV, on federal TV show, right? So,
Right. Low key. You want to be low key. Yeah.
keep low profile, right? Not to, I don't know, not to go to the TV on YouTube or something.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, that's the problem. Right?
We have seen some examples like the hackers who became security advisors in the US. That who were.
I'm not sure.
Well, I'm afraid that we don't know too much examples because they try to keep it secretly, right? So we don't know who is these guys. We don't see them. So sometimes it's how we call it, a closed tribunal, right? Tribunal without press, without a court, without press, without any public, right? So they just, a witness against mafia gives information, and we don't know who was that and where he is now.
If you remember the movie Eraser with Arnold Schwarzenegger, I believe that was about witness protection program. His job was to protect witnesses in the witness protection program, I think. Yeah.
And in this movie, we know that it's a marshal, right? A marshal is in charge of protection, witness protection. So in this movie, it was a marshal. Okay. Let's go to the next scene, right? Gerard, could you help us with continuation?
After the video?
Probably.
Yes. After the video.
Okay. When she wanted to go to a party because she liked a guy, an older child. Her mother was adamant to not leave her to go to a party. She also asked for a telephone phone, cellular, but her mother, she is 15, so she's old enough, I think. But her mother doesn't allow her to have a smartphone. And she decided to escape, I think.
She decided to. Do you remember that her mother was kind of, I was a bookworm in your age, right? I always sat in the library.
Yes. Well, it was a half true. But if you only say half of the truth, it's not true to me.
And then we learn about another guy, right? Lewis.
Louis was invited to stay to have a sleepover with Kevin. And
Yeah.
Kevin's father set up a tent, and we know that Louis is an overprotected boy. Her parents give him a pee pants, pee underpants. So if he pees his underpants, there is an alarm or something. I think also that must protect the pee from wetting the bed. But it looks like his parents are exaggerating, especially his mother, I think.
Sound like American liberals to me.
I think it's not a real thing, actually. Do you think it exists?
People like
So-
that?
Yeah.
Oh, the liberals. Oh, I read an article on the internet yesterday. A liberal woman wrote it. She said, "Oh, there's so many things to worry about. You know, my little baby. What kind of foods are toxic or not? I worry about this. I worry about this. I worry about this." And I'm going, "Oh my God, you know, what's wrong with this woman? She was worried about 1,000 things that most of us we don't even think about." Yeah,
But this-
liberals worry about everything.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
these parents, you know, if you put your boy in a company with such parents, so what kind of reputation he will have? How he can keep up with his peers? So it's just impossible to think.
Well, yeah, they don't care about that. Yeah. What we call helicopter parents. They're always hovering over his head, telling him everything to do. You can't do that. Nope, you can't do that. Nope, you go this way. Do this. Do that. Yeah, they just is horrible. I feel sorry for the kid.
So yeah, can you imagine to go to a Russian school with a special pants like this?
The special.
Beep, beep,
Yes,
beep, beep. What's that?
I can imagine. If you use a special pants, you have a hero of the school. a lot of Russians.
Yeah,
started to
probably.
bullying.
Yeah, I believe that you will not ever be forgotten, right? So everyone will know about you. It will be like a legend for decades at least. Yeah. Okay.
SpongeBob SquarePants. That's what they'll call you.
After this, you must change the school. Not
Yeah.
school. You must change the city.
Country. Yeah. So you need a witness protection program, right? After this.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh God.
Yeah, I believe so because it's just impossible. You know, I remember. So when I was young, it was impossible that I don't know my mother touched my hand or something because it was too much. You know, I was an independent boy in my school. So if my mother took me by hand, it will be like a, I don't know. I would feel like I'm a little girl or something.
So keys was the worst thing.
Yeah, nowadays it's okay for me, but for them, so when I was young, it was too much. Yeah. Okay, and thinking about sleepovers, you know, I don't think that we have this thing in Russia. You know? So my boys are always with me, so they never spend the night in another family, I believe, and I never heard about this. Sergey, did you ever spend the night, you know, in I don't know, when you was a young boy?
Yes.
Did you ever spend? It was normal.
Yes, it's normal, and it's now my boy went to his friends permanently, and their friends came to us to sleep over. No problem, and me.
So it depends on the family then. So
Yeah.
because I don't remember a case in my life, and I don't remember that for my boys. What
Pretty
about
common.
you?
Yeah.
Yeah, very common.
Common in the US. Yeah.
Wow, interesting. What about your place? Do you have the sleepovers?
No, it's not common here. My parents or any other parents won't allow their children to sleep over in others, and you know they might think that it might trouble them. Children might trouble them, and also they always wanted to monitor their own children, so they won't let it happen.
We have sleepovers a lot. People, kids like, someone to play with. So a kid will come over and spend the night with another kid, and they'll play play board games, play video games with each other, and they'll, and then they'll either sleep in the same bed or put a sleeping bag on the floor. They eat dinner with you. I mean, they just live with you for one night. So the kids can play all night long, stay up late. It's a thing that kids do over here. Girls especially like to do it in a group sleepover.
I don't think it's a bad thing. I don't have an argument against this. So it's kind of okay. But I just cannot remember this in my experience. So it's something probably never mentioned, or we did not have this intent. Gerard, what about you? Is it a normal thing, a common thing?
Not really, but what I'm surprised in America, what is very common is those parties, adolescents doing parties when their parents are gone. This is not surprising, but big parties, and many people go to a house and maybe they break things, it's uncontrollable if you have so many people in a party. And I think the parents are not idiots, so it's very easy to notice that there was a party in the house.
Yeah.
Is it common, Teacher Lee, that?
The parties probably no. But, a lot of times girls will get together, 2 or 3 girls will sleep over and have a girl party, and do girl things, Yeah.
Well,
but
when I
parties,
was
no.
young, I had kind of 100 parties like this, hundreds, but it was always illegal, so
Yeah.
no parents send me here. It was always, our teenagers thing. So we, yeah, so it was not, so never my parents knew about this. It was kind of our secret, we are going together for, I don't know, to the summer cottage or something, but it was secret.
We had a recent news article where like 50 or 100 kids broke into a millionaire's mansion while he was away on vacation, and they had a party in his home, destroyed stuff, made a mess. Oh my God. Totally rude and unacceptable.
Wow. Leila, what do you think about sleepovers? Is it okay?
Ivan, when I was a child, I was the only girl. I have 2 brothers. For my brothers, everything was free. For me, no way.
You were protected.
But my son, I didn't use the same method. Or, he can go, but after a certain age, not very, very young, His friends used to come. He used to go, but I know the families.
Yeah, I understand. But in general, in Turkey, do you think it's something common so that people,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. But nowadays, Gerard, sorry, Ivan, it's not very, just a very good idea.
But I think it's because of the standards of living now, right? Now people suspect that you have a bed, like you cannot invite someone if you don't have a spare bed for them, I guess. So it's different now. When I was young, if I have to spend night somewhere, right, with my parents probably as a guest as well, we just slept on the floor. It was normal. Nowadays, I don't think it's possible.
I mean, every time in a Turkish place, apartment or flat, whatever you say, you can find a spare bed because we are really hospitable. But as a mother, if I had a very small child, at the age of 3, 4, 7, 8, I don't want my child to go and to be a sleepover. Not now.
Yeah, I can sense that it's probably from the age of 10 or something. So it must be.
Even a lot of different people live in Ankara now.
Yeah.
So we don't know whom to trust.
Well, normally sleepovers happen when the kids know each other well, and probably the parents have met and the parents know each other too. We don't let them do it with somebody that's a total stranger,
Yes, Teacher Lee, you're right.
Yeah, usually close friends.
But I was crying, please, I want to go on. No.
Well, Leila, you are not alone. I remember when I was young, different rules applied to me and to my sister. If nobody asked me where I go, during the night.
Oh my God! Don't complain about it.
It
Every
was just
time they
go
ask me,
away,
where are you
go away,
going?
and don't make noise when you return. You know, the only demand to me was don't make noise in the night. But for my sister, it was totally different. Yeah.
I don't know. Where are you going? Where are you going? What time you will be back? Oh my God.
I understand. Okay, so there are two more children, right, in their house. One for sleepover, one for secret intent, right, to leave the house in the night. And what happened? Let's go to the pizza delivery, I guess. Leila, can you?
Before that pizza delivery, it was before the children. No, before Mim came, because Luis was there, and he kept on telling that I'm allergic to pizza. Do you want this? No, I'm allergic to that. Blah blah, you know. And the pizza delivery man saw the mom, and after that he got in his car and he telephoned somebody and he said it is her. So they recognized the lady. And meanwhile Mim came, right?
Do you
And they
remember they had
decided to sneak out.
Yeah. Do you remember they had a dog, right?
I love that dog. Yes. What is that dog? You know,
Yeah, but
Angus. Yes, Teacher Lee.
What kind
its
of dog?
Breed, right?
it's
I can't remember what it looked like now. Wasn't a pit bull, was it? I can't
It
remember.
was. He was very big.
Okay.
He
Yeah,
loves pizza.
I don't remember. Yeah.
it was this one. We call it Airedale Terrier. It's
Terrier. Yeah.
A
probably
terrier. Okay.
probably German. Yeah, I had one like this when I was young. It's very, very fun.
Yvonne, but this one on the film Angus is really big, right?
Yeah, they're big. They're actually big. This Airedale Terriers, they're big. Let me find one with human. So we can
Not
see.
dangerous.
Yeah, no, probably they're not dangerous because they are kind of hunting dogs. They're not dogs. They protect your area. They hunt. So they.
Yeah, it's not an attack dog or anything like that. It's just a regular dog. Yeah.
Yeah.
Friendly.
Good. But I remember Leila, interesting moment. You know, pizza delivery boy gave a snake to this dog. Do you remember?
Yes. I thought it was because he observed the house and who lives there. I thought about it.
Yeah, interesting, right? So we can say that intrusion already started, right? This invasion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, please describe this invasion. What happened?
Me?
Yeah.
Okay. Afterwards, they went to the tent. 4 of them were sitting, but suddenly the alarm started beep beep. So Luis had to go to the bathroom, and when he went to the bathroom, he saw everything there because Margot, right? The girl's name, the mom's name.
Yeah.
Margot was attacked, and then Ron came, the dad. He was attacked, and then they took them and left the house. But meanwhile, Luis went to the tent and just alarmed them, right?
Okay. Well, let's talk a bit about Ron. So, how would you describe him?
I never want to see somebody like that around me.
Why?
I mean, how can I endure somebody like him? No way, Ivan.
But he looks like a nice guy to me. You know, very.
No. Thank you very much. I don't want to see him, especially his jokes and the way he's throwing up. And oh my God, thank you.
Okay, well, now I feel like I'm in danger, because I like his jokes. I probably do the same type of jokes all the time.
Nobody laughs at them.
Okay, so what was his occupation? Was he a dangerous guy?
He was the chef.
Mhm.
I mean, he's proud of his fingers. you know, just kneading a dough. I'm good at this, I'm good at that. Oh,
Yeah.
thank you, Ivan. No way.
Sergey, do you think that to have a strong fingers is very important for the cook, for baker? Oh, how it goes.
I think that strong fingers are very important for message, not for cooker. But it looks funny. Please look at my fingers.
I think it was a joke, right? Deliberately. I have never seen a guy who how we say it, who develop, you know, the strength for the fingers. So it's just ridiculous.
But there is something.
Yeah.
Pastry chef. So it means that he's kneading the dough. Can I make myself clear?
Yeah. But you know, well, nowadays dough it's provided by machines, you know, or you can do it with your whole hand, you know, not just fingers. So it's pretty strange.
Let me tell you one thing. While you're making pizza or people are making Turkish pizza, they still use this old method.
Okay, let me ask you this question. So when you go to a gym, right, you can see a lot of machines for different muscles, right? So some for running, some for, I don't know, for squatting or something. Have you ever seen a machine for fingers?
I haven't seen, but some tools you can have, because some people have weak wrists. Okay, so they have to, yes, teacher Lee, you said a stress ball, or teacher Lee, there is something like a scissors. You have to squeeze and release. What's that?
Like-
I don't know.
I call it a handspring. I don't know what you call them, but you squeeze. Yeah. So there are devices to, you know, to strengthen your fingers, but it's not normally what someone's, you know, does for bodybuilding.
Not individually, all the finger at the same time.
Yeah, all the fingers, yeah. I never do this with one finger. Okay, Sergey, please tell us.
The strong fingers are very important for climbers.
Climbers.
They started to move using their fingers.
Yeah. What about, you know, these doctors, surgeons, or how we call them, those who do surgery, right? But probably they don't have to be strong. They have to be precise, I guess, or flexible or something.
Their hands mustn't, how could you say, shake. They mustn't shake their hands, right?
Yeah, they have to. Yeah. no stress allowed, right? So you can.
No.
let me cut this in the half, right?
Ivan.
Okay, so can we say that parents are kidnapped, right, by these strange guys, and we learn that Margot has another secret life, right? And Ron is, Sergey, what do you think? Ron is happy or not happy about this?
Ron was a strange guy. I think that, all around him made him happier. Oh yeah, you have a second life. But looks strange for me. But obviously, he was not happy about it.
Yeah, it's not a thing that I would like to learn about my family, right? So someone went to your room and said, you know, your wife is under witness protection system, right? And she's, in real life, she's a mafia boss or something. So not something you want to learn. Okay.
Okay.
Yes. So, and they, Vasant, please?
Yeah, it was too much for him to grasp in a short period of time, you know, so many surprises coming after that, every surprises, so he couldn't grasp everything.
Yeah, right. So he's never kind of stopped to get surprised, right? So because there are, unless he apprehends something, there is a new piece of information, right? So, okay, you was on the protection. Okay, you was a thief yourself. Okay, there is a secret organization, right? Okay, we are going to to make another crime, right? So it's always like developing.
Ivan, the guy himself is a surprise.
Sergey, please.
What was?
No, I just see raised hands. That's why. Okay. Okay. So, Sergey, let's continue. So they are kidnapped, right? And then went to Leo, right? Tell us about Leo.
Leo, the former boy, the former husband, I don't know,
Boyfriend.
boyfriend of Margot, and he looked pretty. He looked like a alpha male with muscles, with black hair, with a dog who who names Angus, and he started to make some hello words for Margot. Yes, do you remember how we make some deals with you? Yeah. It was funny because
it was a pleasure for Ron, right? When he see
Yeah.
Leo.
because Ron, yes, I'm here, please, I'm here, and I am husband of her. yes, I know. Yes, remember. No, stop. I'm husband of her.
Yeah, but I like it some of the jokes of Ron, especially when he joked about sleeveless clothes of Leo, right? So
Yeah.
it was kind of funny to me. Okay, so how would you describe the Leo? Leo is a brutal, right? Brutal and very masculine guy who looks pretty young and fresh, and and something that stereotypically we think a woman would like, right? Women would like. Leila, do you agree with us, with my description?
I mean, he's okay. He's not. I mean, what I can tell you, I know that Ron is the husband. Although I don't like him, but I feel respect for it. So Leo means nothing to me. Do you understand me? I am a bit, how can I say, traditional.
Yeah, but we don't say that everyone will fall in love with Leo immediately, right? But my impression, correct me if I'm wrong, if we ask, let's say, 100 women, right, and say, please grade these two guys, probably Leo will get more points, in my opinion.
Of course, if you compared to Ron, oh my God! But believe me, Leo is not that handsome for me.
Okay, good to know. Okay, so and what is the story? So why they went to the Leo and what they are trying to force him to do? Vasant, can you explain us the story?
Yes, they forced them to steal the queen's crown. It's more valuable, and if they have that, then they can never, they will never have to steal anything. So that will be enough for their lifetime. So they wanted to steal that. So they took to these two people so that they can make the plan work out. They are so clever and good at their work. So they chose them.
So they need Leo and Margot because they are very good, right? They're professionals. So they probably the only guys who is able to steal this crown, which is very, very pricey, right? And will cover all the expenses for the whole lifetime. Okay, good. So, Wova, tell us about the children. So we just covered that, Margot and Leo, they just met and got this task, right? To steal the crown, right? And Ron will go with them. Do you remember this? Ron refused to stay alone, as far as I understand, right? So let's talk about the children. So what children decide to do? And what happened in general, right?
They decide to investigate this mystery.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. And what they do? So first of all, I remember that Marshall arrived, right?
They
They took the wire, right? How is it?
for Christmas time.
Yeah. They locked him, right? Actually, so they don't not lock it, but they fixed him with a rope, right? Can I say so?
Tied him up with Christmas lights. Yeah.
Tied him up. What else? Yeah, I also enjoy the joke about this. You know, they had a headset, right? And they tried to make a secret talk, right? And he said, "I can hear, right? It's for cold, not for for isolation, for sound isolation."
Yeah.
It was funny. Okay, what Marshall told them? So what did they know from him?
That their mom is very dangerous.
Hmm.
She was a thief.
Hmm.
Mm.
Okay, and they started their investigation, right? But why they did not call police or did not let Marshall go? So why?
They wanted to investigate by their own.
They own. So they did not trust him.
I don't know.
Okay, okay. Let's go to this investigation. So what? How it started?
They found on the kitchen. Their mom wrote Angus,
Hmm.
and they took like this
Yeah,
rose.
how it goes? This and neck tie. Actually, is dog. What dog has on the neck?
Collar.
Collar. Right. Exactly. Collar. So on the collar it was what? Some writings.
Yes, some edges,
Address. Okay.
and they went to this party
Okay. By taxi, I remember, right?
by taxi
Why to the party? Why not to exactly this address?
because it was close,
Mhm.
and they met this boy
Hmm.
and asked him to ride them on a boat.
To use his boat, right? To cross the channel, the river. I don't understand what it was. Right? Some water
In New York.
in New York. Okay. So there was kind of adventure, right? They have to swim after all, but they reached the place, right?
Because police come.
Because of the
Police.
it wasn't the police. How it was? Coastal guards or something.
Coast Guard. Yep.
Coast guards. Yeah. Okay, and then when they were wet, right? Their clothes were wet, and what they decided to do with this?
Girls decided to buy some clothes in souvenir shop,
Mhm.
and boys
Stole
stole this like
ancient Kingscador suits, right? Of that time. Yeah. Did they look natural? Not natural. Yeah, funny. Okay, so they have children now understood where their parents are, right? Somehow, or they just found the library.
they just found
Yes, they went to the library, and from this moment, I don't understand quite yet. Gerard, do you remember? So children, they went to this address, right? And it was everything closed, but on the other side of the street, they found a library, right?
Yes.
What happened there in the library?
It was a person that was cleaning the library, and they took advantage of that. They broke into the library.
Who was this person?
I think it was a cleaner who was cleaning the library. But I think in real life, at this time, it's not usual people cleaning the library at this time. I think, and I don't know. It was very late.
Gerard, I know that you probably read a book, this Code of Da Vinci, right?
Yes, the Da Vinci Code.
So was it similar to this movie that we're watching?
Yes, a little bit, a little inspired. Not
But
original.
they obviously make fun of this movie, right? Of this book in the movie.
Hmm.
Actually, have you watched the movie Da Vinci Code?
I saw pieces of it. There was another movie called Treasury Note or something with that star for Nicolas Cage. But they're about following clues, right? You follow a bunch
Yeah.
of clues. Yeah. Breadcrumb trail.
Yeah, I remember in Da Vinci Code, sometimes it was kind of really weird, really weird. So he can see, a scratch on the paper and say, okay, it's a sign, and never mistaken, So
Yeah.
it was so funny.
Hard to believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, very hard to believe. Okay, so children went to. So we forgot to talk about the queen, right? Sure. Tell us about the queen and this, I don't know, party.
Okay,
Where
the
there's-
part.
Mhm.
The queen that has the crown. The scene with Leo, Margot, and Ron.
Yeah.
Ron threw up over the queen. I don't know how.
I remember this. No, I remember this. Do you remember? So what was the plan? They have a poison on the palm of Margot, right? It was a poison. And the whole plan was that if queen will go to the toilet, they will take the crown here. So this poison should force the queen to go to the toilet, right? But instead of touching queen, she touched Ron.
Ron.
Oh,
Well, was it
Yeah.
stupid enough?
Yes, Ron was very silly. Looked very silly and very jealous of Leo and Margot.
But what was he natural? As a French, I don't know, secretary?
Yeah,
Would you,
impersonate a French person, but he was very bad at doing that.
and I remember he lost his accent for a while, right?
yes.
Yeah, when the guards, the security people took them, the three of them, in a place, in a lonely place, and Ron forgot to continue to mimic his accent, his foreign accent.
Exactly. Yeah, very, very fun. But I like it, Ron, in this situation. At least he always was, what to say, so he never gave up, right? Whatever happened, he continued to play, this game.
Yeah, a little bit silly to me.
A little bit, yeah. Well,
But
what
this
happened? Yeah.
point to try to fix, no? Do big mistake.
Yeah. Well, what happened to children at this time?
Meanwhile, they were trying to get into the party saloon, and my favorite person, Kevin, he and his imagination, and he said to the person who is responsible for the people there, they are the band, music band, and suddenly they were taken to the stage, and of course nobody knows anything, but Kevin made his sister to play the cello.
Yeah.
And I think their mother heard her playing the cello. Yes.
And it gave her force, right? Gave her
Yes, I
strength.
remember Leo started the first move, and he got rid of the ropes. Yes. Yes.
Okay, so they steal the crown, right? They escaped and they went to the secret room, right? Secret apartment.
Yes. Leo was there.
Sergey, tell us about the secret apartment. So what is a good financial, how they joked, what is a good financial thing to have an apartment in the center of the city?
Not because it is very expensive, and Ron not noticed it. And you have an apartment in the center. It was very expensive, but if you have a lot of money, why not? I think it would be a good decision because you would have beautiful views around the city.
Yeah, and prestige, right? It's very prestige to live.
Yes, and you can you could invite a lot of girls in your apartment.
Okay. Okay, so tell us what happened in this apartment, in this secret apartment.
In this apartment, the groups of family have a meeting, and suddenly the black women, I don't remember how
Yeah,
Flico,
Alice, probably.
Alice and Leo started to have a gun, and they told Margot, yes, we are we I can speak English, and we are not together. We have a crown, yes, and we make this project for stealing this crown, but now we stop to collaboration with you.
Yeah, so it was a twist, right? We learned that Leo was not a victim, but he was a real boss of this organization now, and he planned all the whole damn thing, right? So the brain of this operation.
Iman, isn't it stupid to, just listen. He can do it on. He can do it. He can do it everything on himself. By himself.
Okay.
Why? Just
So Layla's
forcing
question is,
Margot.
yeah, Layla's question is Margot kind of appearance justified enough in this movie, or they would not do everything without Margot, right? That's a question, right?
Yeah.
Poor Margot.
Jart, what do you think? Was Margot necessary for the
Maybe
plan?
Margaret is white and the other girl, Liz, is black, and they need to be an aristocrat, from Europe. So
Yeah,
But
I
the-
guess she
yeah.
needed to play a part. They needed her to play a part, and she had skills. If something went wrong, she did have skills. Yeah.
Yes.
But speaking about a black person, as far as I remember, the queen was black, Jart. So it was
Yes.
yes, but they were aristocrats from Europe, so they are
okay.
supposed to be white,
Okay, so
But
you
now
cannot.
these woke movies, they play white robe with black people.
Yeah, so you cannot pretend you're a Duke of England if you are a black person, right? Probably.
Yeah.
With Ron, they can, just manage everything. Believe me.
With Ron? Okay.
Mhm.
Okay, but okay, so they learn that Leo is a boss of organization. They used to they go into frame, right? Frame Margot and Ron in this place.
Ivan, do you remember Ron's face when he learned that Leo is the best criminal?
Actually, I don't remember Leo. Was he happy?
Very happy.
Very happy. I remember he tried to make some damage to the chair of Leo. That's I remember.
Yes, and he jumped up and down. He was very happy.
Okay, do we have a happy end, Jared, at the end?
Yes, Margot fought against Leo, and he won, and Leo was apprehended. And how is the name of the girl? Yeah.
Clancy.
Clancy.
Yeah.
Clancy recovered the crown. The crown was about to fall in the river.
Mhm.
Clancy, with the help of Kevin, with Kevin's help, recovered the crown. It was worth, I think, $20 million. So happy end at the end.
Okay. Sergey, what do you think about the movie? Did you like it in general?
Yes, in general, I like it, and I remember one moment. I understand that this movie for younger men and приключения,
Adventure?
adventure. And I remember one moment in this typical movie, we can see the group of girls who bullying other girls and as a main character. Usually, those girls look pretty well. They physical, they have hair, but this movie, if you remember, we have three bullying girls. They were fat, and and the boyfriend of Clancy told Clancy, no problem. They hated all, and they annoyed me. But it was funny, and I remember that views of Netflix guys change. They started to be the leaders, girls look fat, but funny for me.
Okay, funny movie. Okay. Leila, you like it or not? Tell us. Despite the
Sorry?
role. Yeah. Did you like the movie
No,
or
no,
not?
I liked it. I mean, Ron acted wonderfully, to tell you the truth. It's not easy to act like a stupid man.
I don't know. I don't know. It may come natural for a lot of men.
But literally, my favorite characters are Kevin and Louis. Especially, Louis changed a lot. I liked it a lot.
Yeah, at the end, what did Lewis say to his mother at the end?
I don't need this pants anymore, right?
Yeah.
Yes, and he was very cool. I like it.
Well, probably it has a good message, right? It has a good message, to build confidence in our children.
Yeah.
We have to let them live the full life, right? To take experience, to overcome some challenges, and then to build
Sure.
confidence.
Ivan, I almost 20 years ago, when my son wanted to go to Italy, Rome, I didn't think about it. I said, okay, Bora, go. Because I love him a lot. And if he had stayed here, he would be a mom's boy.
Yeah, I see. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and it's my favorite saying, right? Tough times make tough people, right? And good times make weak people. So that's my
Ivan,
favorite thing.
when am I going to be tough?
Yeah, but I think that what we have now, we have a generation almost of moms, boys, right? So those boys who call their mom, do they have allergy to what they eat in cafe or not? So that's the main problem. Mom,
sometimes, Ivan, sorry, sometimes I still do. Bora, don't eat that. Mom, I'm a grown-up person. So, I know what to say when.
Yeah, in Russia, we have a joke, it's a very famous joke about, because Russia is a cold place, usually we joke that my mom called me to know if I wear a hat or not, So it's twice a day. She calls me to know if I don't forget my hat.
Yeah.
But
So
being a mother is like that, believe me.
Yeah, but it's not real. It's just a joke. It's when we want to point that someone is weak, someone is a mom's boy. We ask him, did your mom call to you, to know if you dress it well or something.
A couple things interesting to point out was early in the movie, the kids captured, tied up the marshal, and he said, "You need my help to save your mom."
Yeah.
They said, 4 kids have tied you up. Do we really need your help? Look at you.
Yes.
I remember the girl walked over to him and he thought the girl was going to let him free, and she plugs in the lights and they start blinking and he goes, "Oh, that was evil."
Yeah. To listen to the same melody again and again, it's kind of a torture, right?
Oh God, yeah. And then the spy girl that they met in the subway, they handcuffed her. They trusted themselves to help more than the experts.
Yes.
Which was kind of, but they were confident in their abilities. Yeah.
But I
And I
think it's-
love the boys, Teacher Lee, dancing in the toilet. I love him a lot.
But I think it's another message to us. Sometimes I can see that children, it's easier for them to trust each other than to trust kind of adults, right? So it's
Yeah.
easier for them. It's like
Yeah.
two different universe, right? There are adults and there are children.
Yeah.
Yeah, interesting. Vasant, what about you? What do you think about the movie? Is it okay?
Yes, it was good and very entertaining. It gave me the vibe of the Incredibles, when the parents are in trouble, the children
Yeah.
try
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
help them. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I enjoyed the movie, and my boys watched it with me, and they were laughing all the time. So probably it was a good way to
Yeah.
spend a family
Yeah.
evening. It was very nice.
There's, for the kids, there are, I think they're Disney movies, maybe not, but there's a couple movies called Spy Kids 1 and 2, I think. They're
Yeah.
kind of similar. These kids, do some sleuthing, and I don't know. I haven't watched them. I don't know what they do, but it's the same kind of idea where the kids are the main players and looking up clues and following a trail of clues.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, let's make some slides. Let's describe some slides. I can see how it calls this.
Tense.
Yeah.
Tense.
Little bit of tense, right? And let's find as many details as we can. Voila, could you? Who is this? Let's start with this. Mr. Westenfeld.
Mrs.
Mrs. Okay, Mrs. Westenfeld.
East.
It was a joke. Yeah, it was a joke about Western, right? He said, "Oh, Mr. Eastenfeld." I always mess the direction, west or east. It was a joke. Usually, before we started to describe it, do you have a stereotype that some kind of Jordan women they more strict or something? So
Yeah, generally our stereotype is Germans are strict. Yeah.
I know we have this, when we want to kind of exaggerate something, if someone is going to be strict by the story, we put a German name to this lady, So if lady is called Westenfeld, I feel like I stay, stay straight and I'm waiting for the order.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, Boa, please tell us about this picture.
It teacher is is not very paying attention, something just thinking.
Okay, she's pondering something, right? Okay, what about her cabinet? What can you find here?
A lot of
Yeah, just name it. So we have some sayings, right? Some quotes on the wall, right? Always, what is written? Cite your evidence to strengthen
evidence.
to strengthen a point.
Okay.
How we call it? A motto, wisdom, piece of wisdom, something.
Piece of wisdom, yeah. Principle, yeah.
What else?
Some notebooks.
Folders, right?
Folders.
Okay. Stickers.
Stickers.
Love wins, right? What about these stars? What they used for?
For decoration.
For decoration. I know that in American schools, teachers sometimes give you a star if you're a good person. If you did something good.
Yeah. I got 3 stars. Yeah.
So it's written family here. What do you think? Who made this?
I remember it was family composition.
Some toys, right, on the table. And I can see on the bottom of this bookshelf, I can see red books, and they all similar. So I think it's a tome, right? All the books kind of encyclopedia or something.
Might be encyclopedia or something, yeah.
Okay, good one.
Yeah.
Sergey, could you please help us with this one? If you
Yeah,
don't like the picture, I can change it.
yeah. In this picture, we can see the backyard of home of Ron, and two guys have sleep pieces and pillow,
Sleeping bag, I believe it's called.
sleeping bag. Yeah, and
Sleeping bag. Mhm.
yeah, on the left side is lawn in the center of the centerpiece for small children, two chair, and in behind them we can see two homes with umbrella,
Mhm.
summer umbrella, and blue home with a window.
On the right, we can see a house for the dog, right? A
Yep,
kennel.
dog house. Yep.
No, is a kennel a name for this one? No.
No, we use kennel for a business that keeps your dog overnight.
Okay, I see.
We have an expression if the husband is in trouble, if his wife is angry at him, we say he's in the dog house. That's like she's kicked him out of the house and she's making him live in the dog house. So if you're in the dog house, you're in trouble. You're in trouble with your wife.
Mhm. Usually, small children, they like to play with the sand, right? So we build small playground with the sand and they play there.
Yep,
Do we call-
play sand area, sandbox. Usually it's inside a box. We call it a sandbox.
Okay, sandbox. It was
A
my
sand
favorite.
Yeah.
My favorite place when I was a child.
Yeah.
I remember.
Yeah. Kids love to get dirty, you know.
To build some sculpture or something. And if there is sand and the water, so it's just cannot be better, So it's
Yeah.
it's a pleasure, a heaven.
Ivan, were you a naughty child?
Me? Not really. I was a bookworm, I'm not playing cello, but I was like this girl. Okay, I remember the joke, right? It was dangerous to sleep in the tent. Do you remember the joke? The boy was crying. It is so dangerous to sleep in the tent. And what father said? Ron said? He said, it's a backyard. We have a fence here, so it's close
And
territory.
there was the bug, right? On his nose.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Okay.
probably said, I'm not allowed to sleep outside, or I'm not allowed to sleep in a tent. I don't know. I'm sure there's a rule against that.
Okay. Vasant, could you please describe this one?
Yeah, this is where I think he's the marshal, right? So he was he saw the video and got alerted. He thought that she might have in danger, so she might be in danger. So he wanted to help her. At the same night, he was kidnapped. When he reached the home, the children misunderstood him for the kidnappers, so they got him and tied him on the chair with help of some household objects like cereal bulbs and wires and locks and everything. Yeah, and they turned it on, and the ear cuffs, is that right? Ear, how do we say that?
Muffs.
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 Okay, ear muffs and pads.
Yeah.
Um,
He looks very calm, If I was tied it up by some children, I would be angry. But he was okay, right? Just a joke, nothing special. Okay, not too many things on the fridge. It's suspicious, right?
Is this style of refrigerator pretty common in your countries? The top is a freezer and the bottom is a refrigerator.
Yeah. Very, very common, yeah. But they're usually more narrow than this one. This one is pretty wide.
Okay, we've got some pretty wide ones. We got some pretty large refrigerators over here. Yeah.
I guess it's because of different model of consumption. So probably you buy a lot of food once a week, right?
Yeah.
And some people, they try to buy every day. So that's why
Yeah.
some fridges are very small. You know, in some old Russian design apartments, we don't have fridge at all. It's supposed you go to the shop and you eat out of the shop, right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Okay, nice guy. Let's find something dangerous. Leila, can you recognize something here?
I don't remember this one.
It was a secret room. You remember? It was a
Oh,
garage.
okay. All right.
Is this in the library?
No, it was a garage or something. So they
Garage,
went
okay.
here, and
Ah.
her son sat on the couch, and it said,
accidentally you pushed a button, right?
"Yeah,"
Okay. Okay.
and it said DNA is recognized. So because it was her son, his DNA was able to to reveal this secret room. I remember. So Leila, what is here? What can we see?
Believe me, I can say, the easy ones, wigs. I can see the wigs. I think sometimes they had to be in disguise.
Yeah,
And also some tools, maybe for underwater, maybe for climbing. I'm not sure. And I don't know.
yeah, but let's try. So on the bottom we can see ropes, right? Different size and shape, probably for alpinism, right? For mountain climbing.
But yeah, maybe.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
And
What
we can
are
see,
these just about?
and we can see some metal circle things. In Russia,
It's a
we call
kind
them
shape.
carabines or something.
Yep. Carabiners. Yep.
Carabiners.
For mountain climbing.
Mhm.
Okay, I understand. Right.
You see those two handles?
Yeah,
Yes. Yes.
it's for
Those are
glass. Yeah,
those are suction cups
yeah.
for climbing a
Yes.
glass wall.
I watched it. Yes, I watched it in the film.
So it's all climbing kind of equipment, it seems like. Harness, carabiners.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So the next box, it's harder to say, but it looks like some kind of pockets or harder to say. Yeah,
I can't tell. Pouches, maybe.
yeah.
I don't know. I can't see it
This,
very well.
this one on the top left looks like knives to me. Knives or
Okay.
something that you throw, right? So something that you throw, some kind of arrows or like this.
Okay.
Okay,
I
this
love
one,
your imagination, Ivan.
but I can see the arrow, and I see.
Yeah, but after you say, I thought, yes, it could be.
Yeah, and on the right, can you see this saw
Yeah.
for metal, right? It's a saw for metal. So
Yeah.
you can cut the lock or something.
Yep. Hacksaw. We call it a hacksaw.
Hacksaw. Nice.
It can cut locks and chains. Yep.
Yeah.
Well, I remember I hated this because it's when you use it, it's moves so slow. So you have to make like 100 movements to make 1 millimeter.
Yeah. Yeah.
In the steel. Yeah, I
It
hated
works
this a lot.
though. Yeah. It works. Yeah.
Okay, on the right, Leila, do you see this smartphone and phone? Right.
Yeah, but only 2 smartphones. Maybe,
Yeah.
Is
Probably
that
they-
makeup? I can't tell.
I can't tell either.
It's
It's
kind of
so
ID.
dark.
It's kind of ID or something, fake ID, I guess.
Fake
Could
IDs,
be.
maybe.
Yeah. Could be.
And this phone, I guess it's kind of a disposable phone, right? So for one call, for not registered to your name or something, registered.
We call
to
them
Ah.
burner phones. Yeah.
your-
After teacher Lee wrote, I can guess the ones on the right at the top. You see the pink could be
Yeah.
the passport,
passports, right?
blue,
Yes.
green. Yeah.
So
Maybe,
Russian
yeah.
passport is red, What is blue passport? Usually American passport. What color it is?
Yeah, we're blue passports, dark blue. Yeah, British are red, I think.
Yeah, Russian are red as well.
Russia
And
red.
green is Ukraine, I believe.
I don't know. Okay.
So interesting. Okay, I think we have time for one or two more. Let me find something funny at least. Well, do you know these clothes, how they called, the part of them?
Mhm.
No.
Nothing.
Well, in Russian we call this triangle hat. So because it's kind of a triangle on the boy, it's a triangle hat. Yeah. And we call this suit in a German name. We call this kamzol. Probably it's not English word. So it's an old-fashioned jacket without sleeves. We call it
Sleeves.
kamzol. But it's a German name, not English probably.
Yeah, we'd say vest.
Vest, yeah. And the lady, right? The lady looks like a clown to me.
Seems like it. Yeah.
A joker, right? A joker.
Strange outfits. Yeah.
Yeah, here we can see them as well. Okay, let's find something.
Teacher Lee, sorry about the previous one. Can I say cloak?
Cloak. Yes.
Okay. CLOAK, right?
Yeah. Cloaks or capes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Cakes.
Yeah.
Well,
Cloaks is a little heavier than a cape. Yeah. Cloak is a good word.
Thank you, Teacher Lee.
If you remember the Sound of Music, when they're traveling outside at night, they wore cloaks to
You
keep
know what?
warm.
Teacher Lee, I wrote here just 5 minutes ago, The Sound of Music.
Yep. Yep.
what sounds? Could you please,
Yeah.
what sounds? Could you please help us with this one?
Yeah.
Vasans, could you please? Let's do it together, right? So it's a stage. Can I say so? A stage in the big hall. So like a theater. Looks like a theater to me. Aisles,
Yeah. I don't know.
stage.
It's strange looking. Yeah.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah,
from
but-
the point of view of artist, right? So we are looking on the audience now. So from point of view of artist.
Yeah.
Ivan, this
Yeah.
stage is the place where children were and the girl played the cello.
No,
After the chaos, everybody left. Do you remember?
probably it was a different place, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Okay, Sergey, would you please point something on this picture?
It looks like an opera or ballet theater
Yeah, a stage for opera, yeah.
with a lot of lodge, with a lot of private places for important persons.
Yeah, probably usually don't follow opera much, but usually in the first floor, there is a kind of for simple people, but balconies, they are different, right? A lodge. So they are pricey and you have a private space here. So 2 chairs and you go there with your wife. So it's not like a kettle, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. And what is on the stage, Sergey?
On the stage, it's a place for dancer. In my opinion, it looks like a ballet set because we can see good floor for dancing without some points, some features.
Yeah. And there is a kind of racks or how to call it, I don't know, parts, right? Of the chair.
Yes, broken chair.
Broken chair, yeah, also on the top. And they are untidying room, right? Just now.
Yeah.
Some bodies, yeah. Looks good. It's a pretty huge one. But I don't see orchestra pit. Leila, do you know what is orchestra pit? Yeah.
I know.
Usually the orchestra is kind of a floor under the floor.
Just a bit lower than the stage. Yeah.
So you can see the stage. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay, this is the last for today because time flies fast. Thank you for
Wow.
this movie, Teacher Lee. So it was your suggestion. It was pretty good. I would not say that we learn a lot from this, but for spending an evening to watch it, try to describe it, it's a good one.
Yeah,
it's a-
I
it's
love
a-
it.
What we call a feel-good movie, a feel-good
Yeah.
movie.
Teacher Lee, did you watch The Sound of Music?
Uh-huh, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
it was another
That's
feel-good
marvelous,
movie.
right? Right.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Next week you watch Doom. I'm not.
Okay, if you don't
It's a
mind,
joke.
if you don't mind, for the next movie, I would suggest a historical one called Argentina. It's
Of
a pretty
course, I
old
was
one.
joking.
1985 Argentina, because I know probably very few about Argentina, but it's people make reference to the situation that they had at this time, a dictatorship. So I'm interested to learn something about their history, and this is a movie Argentina. So I'd like to see it if you don't
Of
mind.
course.
Is this
I don't
the,
know a lot.
is this the original movie or the Madonna musical?
Probably original one, 1985, so old one.
No, I'm not sure.
I
Mad-
would share, I would share the links, but it's not a
Okay.
musical. I remember.
Okay, Madonna did a more modern movie called Argentina, and it's a musical.
Uh-huh.
And she's the famous
Evita,
woman.
not Teacher Lee, this movie called Evita.
Evita was what? Okay, okay. Same story, but
Yeah, yeah.
it's a musical. Yeah, it has some good music in it.
Okay, have you watched
Okay.
Argentina movie, Sergey?
Not yet.
Okay, good. So probably we'll learn something about Argentina, right? So it's interesting.
Okay.
So
I watched Leila 1 and you are
Okay.
0, Ivan.
Okay, one score goes to Leila.
Thank you very much for everything.
Okay, thank you, and see
Bye
you
bye.
next week.
Stay
Bye-bye.
healthy. Bye.
Bye, bye, bye.
Goodbye.